right off, I know the fans are excited to be back and a part of your family and going through this experience with you. But just what were your initial thoughts when the conversation came to bringing the show back together without Traci's presence this time? And Towanda, I'll start with you.
There was no question because this is what Traci wanted us to do. So during the time that Traci was transitioning, she wanted to tell her story. She actually wanted us to reboot it during the time that she was transitioning. So she was like, okay, guys, I can't do it. So y'all gonna have to do it. And when y'all do it, y'all have to make sure that you tell my story. And it was, like I said before, this was the fastest that we've ever come together to say yes. Like it didn't take any time at all. Usually it was he and Han like, baby. No, it was like, yes, we got to do it. We just have to do it for Traci.
Trina, what were your thoughts? We know that we're going to go on a bit of an emotional roller coaster with the family in general, but with you especially. What were your thoughts about bringing it back? And did you have any hesitations?
I didn't have any hesitations at all because, like Towanda said, it was something that our sister asked us to do, and it was her wish. The only thing for me is I just gone through so much loss. You know, everything was just so heavy, but I couldn't not tell my sister's story.
Mm-hmm. So, in telling your sister's story, what's something that you want the fans to take with them as they go through this journey with you and your family? Because they've been through years and years and years of watching you develop and come together and grow. But in this particular season, what is it something that you want to touch them?
That Traci was a fighter.
Yes.
And she fought to the very end. And then even when she was fighting during her transition, she was humorous doing it. She was still Traci, you know. Of course, there were moments of, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is actually happening. But the other side of it was she was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, let's go, hell yeah. You know, she was just being trained.
Yes.
And we were in disbelief, like, do you understand what's happening? Hell yeah, hell yeah. It was that. Hell yeah. So for me, I just want the viewers, the fans to know that Traci was Traci to the very end.
Yes.
So you had some time away from the show to live life without having to worry about the cameras. How is that experience like, just being away from that type of grind as far as your life goes personally? And is there a part of it that you miss, like having a small bit of privacy in that regard to what's going on in your personal life?
Well, during that, I guess we're calling it a hiatus. During that time, we were able to grow and develop even more so into the women that we were becoming. For those 12 years while we were filming, we were living our lives out loud, you know, for all the world to see. But that breath that we took helped us to set boundaries as grown women, as sisters, as daughters. And then I have to be absolutely honest. I'm glad that the cameras weren't rolling when I saw my sister take her last breath.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know we have more to go, but I just want to take a moment and extend so much love and light and put my arms around you guys, because not only is it not easy to go through that as a family, but to then share that with the world is very brave. And I'm sure you guys are going to help a lot of people through that process.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you. Thank you.
On the other side of that, you mentioned growth. Both of you have growth as women and growth as individuals. How do you feel like you've grown since the start of the very first Braxton show, Braxton's Family Values, excuse me, until this point now?
We have boundaries. We never had boundaries before. Well, they were boundaries, but they were blurred lines of that boundaries. And now I think we're standing firm on how we feel. And you know, our no means no. And that's just it. We don't explain our reasoning anymore. Even if it's how come? Because I said no. And it's not with an attitude or without any other energy other than, hey, this is where we are, respect where we are, and let's move forward.
I often say that no is a complete sentence. Why do you think it is important as women to learn the power of no?
Because it is a power.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a power. Well, I don't think I can. I stand firm on my complete sentence of no. And that's it. And I've also learned the power of a delete button.
But it's also a matter of respect. I think
Yeah.
we have to start respecting each other's no's
That's good.
and not try to be pushy or controlling, because that's a form of control. To me, that's a form of control to try to manipulate a person from wavering how they feel or where they stand. I just think that it's important for us to just give people their respect. A no is just no, and that's just it.
That's it. And that's all.
So obviously your family has always been very close. All families have challenges, but what have you learned about family through this experience and coming back together after the hiatus?
That it's okay to meet a person where they are, and everybody has their own journey. And you can't put a timestamp on another person's growth.
Well, for me, I say, as long as there's still time, there's still time. If you and your sister are in an argument, you're not speaking to each other for 2 years or 3 years, whatever the case may be, you don't even remember why you guys are arguing in the first place, call your family, call your mom. It's not that deep, it's not that major. Call your family, reconcile. While there's still time, there's still time.
Amazing. Thank you, ladies, so much for your time. I appreciate you. Congratulations on the new season.
Thank you, Jill.
Jill. So we'll be sure to see you every Friday at 9:30.
Ma'am,
Braxton Family Values. And if you miss it, it's streaming on ALLBLK.
On all the following day. Got you.